Well, let's go back to a story we were reporting earlier about another deadly shooting in the United States, the victim being a 6-month-old baby girl. From New York, I'm joined by Caleb Maupin with the International Action Center to discuss this more. Mr. Maupin, first of all, I mean, no mercy even for a 6-month-old baby girl. I mean, where is morality heading in the United States?
Well, it's very clear that in the United States, there's all these police state measures. You know, we have surveillance drones watching from the skies. We have stop and frisk and police patting people down. We have police everywhere. We have a huge prison apparatus. But yet horrific events like what just occurred continue to happen. This police state, this whole apparatus that is being created is not making us any safer. You know, the more gun laws they pass, the more police that are everywhere, these things continue to happen. People need to think seriously about whether the government is really trying to keep us safe or what their real agenda actually is, because it happens over and over and over again. And the more society locks down, the more these things continue to happen.
I mean, well, what measures should be taken, especially with regards to America's gun culture and gun laws, to prevent these killings and, of course, literally, if you will, save Americans from themselves?
Well, you know, the fact that people are being killed in the United States, that there's murder, you know, it's a society-wide problem. It's not just a problem with any specific group of people. It's a society-wide problem that is affected everywhere. Here in New York City, you know, we're mourning the fact that 19-year-old Kimani Gray was killed by the police here in New York City. Everywhere, people are dying. There's murder going on in the United States, and it really gets back to the fact that in the United States, human beings are commodities. They're considered profit-making entities, something you can make money off of. They're not valued as humans, and people are taught to resent each other. We live in a society in which, you know, money is the defining feature. We live in global capitalism, and as wars continue, as prison apparatuses continue to be built, more and more money is being made by a small, wealthy group of people. And that's what's happening. And as society continues to lock down, more people continue to be killed, and we see that this pursuit of profit is destroying the humanity of the people of the United States and of the world.
And very briefly, how much faith and trust do Americans have in their police force?
A very, very little trust in the government and in the police forces in the United States. When people continue to be murdered by the police, you know, it becomes very apparent that people are very distrustful of the entities that are going around saying they're going to keep them safe. You know, when things like this keep occurring, when people are getting shot left and right, it becomes very apparent that it's not about keeping us safe. There's another agenda going on. And the fact that, you know, all over the world there are countries where people are heavily armed, you know, but they don't engage in this kind of brutality against each other, and they don't have these kind of problems. It shows that there's something really fundamentally wrong with U.S. society as a whole, and it's especially enacted in the fact that not only does this aggression go on domestically in the United States, but it's international. You know, the U.S. continues to kill people with drones and bombs all around the world. This is a society-wide problem. We live in a violent society that dehumanizes people, and that's really the root of this continued plague of violence we continue to see.
Indeed. Well, we'll have to leave it there for the time being. Many thanks to Caleb Maupin with the International Action Center from New York. Thanks for your time there, sir.